All right, good morning, everyone, and welcome to today's session. My name is Emmanuel Odiadipe. I am an upskill digital coach on the Google Digital Skills Project. Okay, so welcome everyone to today's session where we'll be learning how to use data and insight to help your business grow. On the call with me today, that will be our moderator is Letty, our digital queen. Letty will be on the live chat session to engage with you. Please feel free to put up your questions together and post them on the live chat session. Letty will be there to compile those questions and also respond to them, and also let me know about those questions so I can also respond to you live on this session. Okay, so as an icebreaker, please, I would like you to just quickly head on to the live chat session. Please introduce yourself. Tell us where you are joining in from. Are you joining in from South Africa, Kenya, Nigeria, wherever you are joining from around the world or in Africa? Please tell us your name, where you are joining in from, and what you do generally. Today's webinar session is to celebrate and empower retail businesses as a part of Google initiative to see how retail businesses can stand on their feet after the whole lockdown pandemic, the effect of pandemic to their businesses. Okay, so we're going to be teaching you how to leverage insights, to use data and insight to help your business grow. As a retail business, there are a whole lot of things that you can leverage to ensure that your business grow. Okay, retail businesses are the most hit really during the pandemic and lockdown season, and most of retail businesses are still finding their way up. So this is an initiative to see how we can help you maximize the opportunity in the digital world. And first, there are three things digitization helps you to achieve. It helps you in speed, scale, and scope. Okay, irrespective of where you are, your geographic location and all, you can reach anyone and everyone wherever they are. The positive power of digitization. It also helps you to be found, it helps you to be relevant, it helps you to be engaging, and it helps you to be accountable. Accountability is an integral part of digitization. Okay, and that's why we're here to teach you how you can leverage insight, the accountable part. Where are your customers coming from? What data you need to put together? And what does it really mean? And what really can you do with those data going forward? Okay, so we're here to celebrate you retail businesses, and we're also here to empower you with the knowledge that you need to maximize the opportunity in the digital world. All right, again, please head on to the live chat session and introduce yourself. Tell us where you are joining from. Tell us your name, where you are joining from, and also what you do. Welcome, Osbat from Kampala, Uganda. Good to have you here, Osbat. All right, Flo Signature. Flo from Kaduna. Flo, you are highly welcome. Good to have you. Splendor Consult. Adams Yusuf, Director for Usenet Ghana Limited Security. Great, Adams. Good to have you here. Good to have you here. Thank you so much, Letty. You're doing a great job. Ubetan Etu, Favor. Thank you so much to have you here, Favor. Good to have you here. So keep introducing yourself. Tell us where you are joining from. Tell us your name and what you generally do. Okay. Emmanuel from Lagos. Emmanuel, good to have you here. Thank you so much for joining us. Trust me, today I'm going to have so much value from today's session, as data is a powerful tool that you can use to maximize the opportunity in the digital world. As I've said earlier on, digitization helps you in various ways: speed, scale, and scope. You can reach out to everyone around the world. You can move from being a local business to an international business. You can move from just being a local champion and reaching out to everyone around the globe. And trust me, retail businesses like yours are very, very important in the whole consumer or business chain. Mary Aneju from Kaduna, thank you so much for joining in. Raymond from Africa 118 Ghana, thank you, Raymond. Epaphras from Abuja, thank you guys. Thank you so keep the introduction coming. So today, as I've said earlier, we're going to be looking at how to use data and insight to help your business grow. And the agenda for today, you'll be able to identify and understand the right questions to ask. What are the questions that you need to ask when you have customers online on your platform, either in social media platform, either in Google My Business or your website or any other digital platform that you may have? What are the right questions that you need to have? You will also be able to identify the best tools to use to use for analytics or insight generally. What are the tools that you need to leverage on to ensure that you maximize analytics, right? Then you will be able to understand and analyze your data set. Data don't have meaning if you can't really analyze and understand and then take action afterward. At the end of the day, data will be baseless and useless. Okay, so we're going to be teaching you how to be able to understand and analyze your data set afterwards. So let's take a minute, of course, to keep introducing yourself, tell us where you're joining from and what you do generally. So a quick question for you, and again, please try to send in your response on the live chat session. We're going to make this presentation today very interactive. So whenever I ask a question, please do well to go to the live chat session and send in your response. Okay, so a quick question for you. What words will you use to describe your customer? You want to tell me one word or two words that you think you want to use to describe your customer. Are they young? Are they energetic? Are they visionary? Do they passionate? Do they love music? Do they love football lovers? What word will you use to describe generally your customers? Please head on to the live chat session and please send in your response, okay? Michael Oni from Lagos, thank you so much, Michael, from joining. Benjamin from New York, thank you, Benjamin, good to have you here. Favor Kaduna, thank you, Favor, for joining in. Thank you, good to have you here. Okay, Emmanuel said he would describe his customer as visionary. Awesome. Oni said you describe his customer as under 40. Great. Please keep the response coming. Osbert said young corporate. Great. Those are amazing words that you can use to describe your customers. Thank you, Letty, for that. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for your response. Hikma, thank you, Hikma Sambo, for joining in. Good to have you here. All right. Great, guys. Those are great words you can use to describe your customers. So now let's head on to understanding the right question to ask. What question do you want to ask your customers? So if you have an opportunity to meet your customers today, what questions do you want to ask your customers? Most of the times we spend a lot of time answering customers' questions. They tend to be the one always asking the question and we keep responding. Sometimes business owners, especially retail business owners, don't take out time to ask the right question, get feedback from your customers, understand what their interest is, understand really their journey in the pathway towards, getting to your product. So if you have the opportunity to see your customers today, what's that one question do you think you want to ask your customer that you think that can help you tweak your product or service offering in a way that can really benefit specifically to your customers? What is that one question that you will really, really want to ask your customers if you have access to them? So please still head on to the live chat session and keep your response coming. What's that one question you would like to ask your customer if you have access to them today? If you're giving an early access to your customer to have a one-on-one conversation on an online survey, what's that question you would like them to respond to? What's that question you would like to ask them? Please head on to the live chat session again and send in your response. Okay, great. Now, this is a process for analytics. Of course, you can break this process down into 4 steps. The first is identify your objective. It all begins with identifying your objective. What exactly is your objective? Why are you into business? Why do you want to sell this product and service? Why are you engaging in this digital marketing process? Why? The question is why. What is your objective? What are you set out to achieve? Right? Identify clearly what your objective is. It always begins with your intent, because intent is always prior to content. What is your objective? Write it down. The next question you want to ask is, what question do I need to address? What question do I need to address? Clearly understand, break them down, the question you think you need to address. Then, where do I get that information from? Where do you get the information from at the end of the day? And then, what do I do with that information? Now you have the insight, the analytics, all the information to your questions that you've asked. Then so what? You now have the question, response, the answers. Fantastic! You've done a great job. You know your objective. You know the question to ask. You know where to get the question or information from, and now you have the answers to those questions. So what do you do with those response or those answers? Okay. Now we are going to look closer at what can be done with this information during the course of this presentation. Now, beginning from what is my objective? Let's look at some objective that examples of objective that we think you may have, or you can also expand those objectives for your business. It's not really limited to these samples that I'll be giving you during the course of this presentation. Now, here are some examples of objective we can use. Now, do you want to tell more people about your business? Is that one of your objectives? You want people to know about your business? Or second example, do you want to sell more of your product or services? Of course, someone will say, yeah, of course, that's what business is about. You want to sell your product and services. Yeah, but every single objective has different phase in your business process or your digital marketing process. Probably you want to begin, you are probably, in step one, which is letting people know about you. Let people know that you exist, right? Let people know that really your business offer A, B, C, and D, where you can now move to the next step, which is sell more of your product or service. Is that what your objective is? Or you want to identify your most valuable customers? It's very important that you identify your most valuable customers. Now, research have shown that 80% of sales for most businesses come from 20% of the population of that area. I'll repeat that. 80% of sales for most businesses come from 20% of the population of a particular, region or state or what have you. So what that means is that you've got to be specific with your targeting. You've got to know exactly who your most valuable customers are, because you don't want to waste money just targeting every other person that are not interested. You want to be able to be specific with your targeting in a way that you are able to reach them directly and you know exactly who your most valuable customers are. And you can do that only if you clearly understand how to harness the power of data and analytics and then use them to maximize your digital journey. Now, the other objective you may want to have is to find new ways to engage with previous customers. Now, it's not enough to just have people walk into your store or your business or purchase or buy product online and then you just let them go. You want them to always come back. You don't just keep chasing new customers. Yeah, customers already that you can move from buying to coming back again and to being your brand ambassador. You want to keep going after your customers, your previous customers, to an extent where they become loyal to your brand. So do you want to find new ways to engage with previous customers? If that's one of your objectives, fantastic. Write those objectives down because it all begins with objective. Remember, intent is always prior to content, right? So what exactly is your objective? Then we'll head on to what question do I need to address? Now that you have identified some objective, right? What are the questions you need to address? And we're going to use the RIN method to see how we can structure those questions. REEN is an acronym for reach, engage, activate, and nurture. First, you want to reach. So in the reach aspect, who is my target audience and how do I reach them online? Who exactly are my target audience? What is their age range? What is their demography? What is their gender? What time of the day do they get online? What channels do they use? These are some of the questions you can ask to know exactly who your target audience is. So, who is my target audience and how do I reach them online? Then you move on to engage. Are they finding what they need, really? Now, remember, the first thing is if you can't be found online, customers will get online, search for what you offer, and you will not be there to offer them your service or your product, of course. So you are totally cut off the whole benefit of that process. But however, if you are now online, you want to ask yourself, are customers really finding what they need on my platform, on my social media platform, on my website and all of that? Are they really finding specifically what they need? Remember, it's not about you, the company. It's not about you, the individual selling that product. It is always about the customer. It is always about the consumer. So take out time and listen, observe, and see what really they are interested in. See if they are really finding what they need online. And if they are not, ask the right question, run a survey, understand, harness analytics data to understand really what they need. Because it's about their need, not yours. If you meet their needs, they will definitely give you the money you are looking for. So it always begins with meeting the customer's needs. The next step is activate. Are they really booking? Now, most of us really have retail stores, especially during the pandemic. You see a lot of retail businesses getting online, Facebook, WhatsApp, always promoting their product, trying to reach customers, and trying to advertise their product. Now, sometimes you have lots of likes, lots of comments, lots of engagement, but yet there's no booking, there's no sales, there's no action taken, there's no conversion. So knowing your objective, remember, the first step is objective. Knowing your objective will help you know if they are really taking action, if there's really a conversion. So is the objective just to create an awareness? So if that's your objective, you're able to reach thousands and thousands of people, it means it's good. Your objective have been achieved. But if your objective is for people online to buy, then you want to ask if they're really booking, if they're really purchasing your product, if they're really buying any of the things that you say you sell. So ask yourself, are they really activating? If you're able to reach them, then are you able to engage them? Are you also now able to activate? And finally, are they coming back? As I've said earlier, it's not enough to just put out product, people buy, and then you keep chasing new customers. No. If you already have, let's say, 20 customers, trust me, those customers, if you nurture them very well, satisfy their need, and keep making them feel that you care about them, and you are willing to meet their needs, and understand and listen to what they want, they will keep coming back. Because customers want to know that you care about them. They don't just want to think that they are part of the statistics. You just meet your target and then you dump them and move to the other person. No, you want to nurture relationship. And relationship is key for retail businesses. Relationship is key. You've got to nurture relationships. You've got to build relationship with your customers to a point where they trust you beyond reasonable doubt. They become your brand ambassadors. They can defend you out there. They can refer you to other customers and ask them to please come patronize you, not because they have any direct benefit, but because they trust you. Trust is very, very important. Then let's head on to where do I get that information from? What tools can I use to get analytics, data, and insights? And where does it really come from, right? Now, how do you harness analytics? First, social channels. Now, social channels help you see which content users engage with the most. It helps to measure views, follows, shares, likes. Platforms like Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram have strong reporting features. Okay, then you can also use organic search. Organic search helps you to identify what customers are looking for and align your business with their searches. Okay, you need to harness what are customers really searching for on Google platform or any other search platform around the world. So you are able to harness and align what you are putting online with their search. Now you can also use your website to gain the right information. You can identify which pages have the most views and which cause users, to disengage or bounce off. Now, a lot of retail businesses have websites, but really, the website most times is just there for branding, just for people to know that, yeah, I've got a website, just go see what I do. It's not enough. You want to understand where people are visiting from. Platforms like tools like Google Analytics will help you to understand where people are visiting you from, what page they are really clicking on, what time they are spending on a particular product, and what is the bounce off rate. Why are they not buying? So if you see that a particular product is doing very well, you want to move it to the front page and then probably create promotions or do a discount on such products. So website is much more than just a tool of just finding you online. Yes, I know I said digitization helps you to be found, it helps you to be relevant, it helps you to be engaging, and it helps you to be accountable. Now, website helps you to be found, but then it also helps you to be accountable. That is the analytics part. So when you have a website, if you are building a website yourself or you are giving your hiring someone to build a website for you, ensure that you use tools like Google Analytics to read how your customer journey is, where they are coming from, what their behavior is generally on your platform. Then we have paid search. How can you market your product to customers using paid search? Okay, what are they really looking for? What type of audiences do you want to attract generally? Specifically, paid search helps you to answer these questions. And then the final steps for analytics is, what do I do with that information? Now you know what your objective is. You know what questions you need to ask or need to address. And then now you also know where to get that information is. Now you have the information at your fingertip. So what next? So what? What do you do with that information? Right? What can I do with it? How does it really affect your business? Directly or indirectly? So let's see how to use your insights. Right? Now, here are some of the ways insight and data can be used. The first is identify market trend. Identify the latest market trend and insight. What really is trending online? What are customers really interested in? Identify it down and understand where customers are tilting towards. Don't do business in isolation with assumption that you are selling the right product at the right time and your offering is right. Get those analytics and understand and identify market trend. Then the next step is ascertain your users' experience to better understand their path to purchase. Where are they coming from? Are they really coming from Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Google My Business? What platform are they really coming from? What is their path to purchase? Now, when you know what path to purchase has the highest conversion, you want to spend more time and energy on that platform to ensure that customer really find what they need. First, identify your market trend. Second, ascertain your users' experience to better understand what really is their path to purchase. Then identify what content users like to influence your content marketing. Content marketing is a powerful tool whenever you want to reach customers, because customers really want to learn. They want to really know that you know beyond just asking them to buy. They want to know that you actually have value, to add to the value chain, right? So that has to do with content marketing. What I read, for instance, if you are a retail business that deal with clothing, you want to teach people how to dress, either to a birthday party or to wedding. You know, in Africa, we love to party, right? We love Owambe, weddings and all, birthday parties and all of that. Okay, so you want to teach them how to dress with your spouse, or if you are alone, if it's the raining season, is the raining season right now in Nigeria, how do you really dress? What are the right colors to put together? What are the right ways to combine your clothing, the cap, and all of that? You want to really build your content marketing strategy in a way that people will really trust you and know that you are an authority in this field and in this path, so they are able to take action, right? Great. So you need to understand what content users liked, and then understand that you've got to create a marketing plan towards the content that they like. Don't just assume and think that your content has to just be liked by your consumers. No, it's not about you. It is always about the consumer. Okay, great. Then finally, you want to leverage insight to shape your overall strategy. There's no really need for insight if it won't shape your overall strategy, right? So insight is very, very important. As retail businesses, you've got to really, really, really use the power of insight. Very important. You've got to really use the power of insight. Now, sometimes we tend to be very, very neglect aspect of insight. For instance, if I ask a caterer what quantity of salt you need to cook, let's say 5 liters of egusi soup, or in Nigeria we have egusi soup, or stew. You've been cooking for years, but then you don't really know the quantity of salt you need to cook 5 liters of stew, right? Good. So that's how most retail businesses operate these days. They don't really know the number of people that visit their store online. They don't know the number of people that visit their social media platform weekly. They don't know the number of conversion that they have. They just keep selling or promoting their business using guesswork. You just keep posting it online and online and online and all, and just assume or think people should like or take action. No, you've got to ensure that you leverage insight to shape your overall strategy. What exactly is your strategy? What is the end goal? Where are you headed as a business? How do you really want to reach your customer? What really do you want them to do at the end of the day? Understand that insight is central to your business strategy. So do not neglect it. So guys, I'm going to pause here briefly to take questions. If you have any question, please do well to ask those questions, and I'll be here to respond to them. Right. Great. Good to have you here. Moses, Jeremiah, Flo Signature, good to have you here. Mr. Henry Gerchi, thank you so much, guys. Good to have you here. Umu Kultum, thank you so much, Umu. Good to have you here. Emmanuel, Osbert, thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Please, if you have any question, please do well to put them online. Flo is asking, Flo Signature is asking, how do you find out what is trending? Fantastic, Flo. How do you find out what is trending? Now, there are different ways to find out, different tools to find out what is trending. One of the fantastic tools that a lot of businesses have leveraged on, especially retail businesses, to understand what is really trending is what we call Google Trend. Google Trend. Now, Google Trend works based on your region. You can check what is trending in Nigeria. You set it within a period of time. You want to probably say from January to now, what has been trending, or from throughout last year or 3 years back, or you want to see emerging trend, what really is gaining strength online in the area of trends and all of that. Google Trend will help you get that done. Google Trend will also, be able to reduce your trend query to your region, your country, around the globe, and what have you. You can also set a particular hashtag to see what really the result has been over time. So Google Trend, don't forget, my colleague Letty will put that up. Don't forget, use Google Trend. And sometimes we have platforms like Twitter. Sometimes you head on to Twitter daily and then just click and you see what is trending, every day, and you see hashtags trending and what have you, right? Great. Thank you so much, Flo, for that question. And please keep your question coming. Thank you, Letty. Letty, I put up the link online, trend.google.com. So go to Play Store, download Trend. Also, you just search for Trend, Google Trend, and you find it. I use the mobile app version of it and also the desktop app platform of it to, get to understand what really is trending online. Okay, yes, great. Thank you, Flo, for that question. Please keep your questions coming. If you have any question, and make it interactive. Let's get to answer any question that you may have. Welcome, Elizabeth Idoko. Thank you for joining us. Good to have you here. Welcome, Freddie Matic, Henry Gachi. Thank you so much, guys. Good to have you here. So, great. There's no more question. Let's head on to identifying the best tools to use. So, what are the best tools to use? And then, Flo, stay tuned. You're going to find more answers during this session. Which analytics tool do you currently use? Okay, so if you have any analytics tools that you currently use to get data and insight online, please feel free to put it up on the live chat session. What analytics tool do you really currently use? Thank you so much, Abigail Irefu. Good to have you here. So great. What analytics tool do you currently use? Do you have a website? And do you have any analytics tools you currently use? What social media analytics tools do you use? Do you use Facebook, Instagram, or what platform really do you get your analytics from? I've given a good example with Google Trend. So what analytics do you use? Great. So let's look at some of the analytics platforms that you can use. As I've said earlier on, you can use social media platform to get analytics. Platforms like Twitter, Facebook, Hootsuite are a great platform to get analytics from. Most times, as retail business owners, we have social media platform, but we don't really study the analytics. We don't study the analytics. We don't go to see what post is gaining more engagement and why, what time of the day. We don't really study it. So ensure after today's training session, take out time to look at the analytics part of your social media platform. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Hootsuite. Ensure that you look at it. Just take a look. You will be amazed of what you'll be missing over time, okay? And how you can leverage on those information to build your next strategy. Then organic search. Organic search like Google Search Console and Google My Business is a great way to get analytics. By the way, Google My Business is a great tool that all retail business owners have to be on. So if you're a retail business owner and you are not on Google My Business, you can't afford to do that. So head on to business.google.com and sign up, right? And get verified and begin to harness and be found online on search engines. Also, you can also, it works with Google Maps, so people can use the map to get direction to your business location and very importantly, you can harness a lot of analytics from this powerful tool called Google My Business to influence your online or marketing strategy. Then your website. I've said earlier on, there's a platform, we have tool like Google My Business, Google Analytics, that helps you to understand the customer journey, customers' behavior generally on your website. Google Analytics is a great tool that you can use to get that done. Then we have paid search, right? Paid search like Google Ads. Whenever you go and, pay for your using a paid search and all, you have lots and lots of insight from that advertisement that you've been able to post online. A lot of insights can be gotten using Google Ads. So first, social analytics, organic search analytics, your website analytics, and then paid search analytics. So let's look at Facebook page insight. Now, Facebook page insight can help you find out what people are engaging with your Facebook page and how really they are finding you. You can know their activity, their page views, you will know their likes, the reach, the page engagement, the followers, and then you can adjust over time what you really put out there based on what the result of the Facebook page is generally. Then we have Google Search Console. Now, Search Console tools and reports really helps you to measure your site search traffic and performance. You're able to fix issues and make your site perform well in Google search results specifically. Now, you're able to see which queries bring users to your website. You're able to also analyze your site impressions, clicks, and position on Google search. You're also able to submit sitemaps and individual URLs for crawling your index coverage to make sure that Google has the freshest view of your website. You can also receive email alerts when Google identify issues on your site, right? You also see which URLs are affected by these issues and tell Google when you have fixed them. So head on to search.google.com/search-console/about to know more about this platform. So search.google.com, you find a whole lot about how you can put your website in a way that you can be found on search engine. Then a powerful tool we've spoken about earlier is Google My Business. Now, there are a lot of retail business owners that have really benefited from Google My Business. I've known a whole lot, especially during the pandemic season. Most times people head on to this Google search platform to search for businesses or for product and services. And guess what? The first people that appear on Google search are really those that are on Google My Business platform. So as a retail business, we've had a lot of testimonials from retail business owners. We've had people, I know of a retail store owner in Kaduna here that have really, really harnessed the power of Google My Business. A lot of people find him online, and the good part of it is that sometimes they order online, engage with him online, and also use the Google Map aspect of it to head on to his shop to purchase any product that they have. So you want to ensure that as a retail person, you are on Google My Business. Okay, you can leverage insight to find out how many views your listing had, how and where customers find your listing. You can the actions customers take on your listings, and their other interaction customers have with your Google My Business listing. That's a huge information that you really, really need to maximize the opportunity in the digital world. So as a retail business, you are very important to the whole value chain. You are the one that really interfaces with consumers, customers directly. You've got to ensure that you use some of these tools to ensure that you are found by these customers and also gain insight to tweak your product and services. Then Google Trend, as I've said earlier on, Google Trend is trend search feature that shows the popularity of search terms in Google. what really are people searching for. You can view whether a trend is on the rise or is declining. You can also find demographic insight related to topics and related queries to help you better understand the Google trend. You can also, Google Trends provide access to largely unfiltered sample of actual search, requests made on Google. It's anonymous, so you can't really know exactly who are the people searching for it first. And it is also categorized and aggregated. Now, this allows you to display interest in a way that you know what people really are interested in, and then you're able to take action. So head on to trends.google.com and see really what is trending or what trend is on the rise or is declining. So you are able to align your business strategy to what really is trending. Then rise above the competition, of course, with Google Trend. Google Trend helps you to stand out as a business owner. It helps you can use Google Trend to find relevant trending topics. Doing this will definitely help you to see clearly whether the search volume is increasing or declining. Now, this also allows you to see seasonal trends in one clear shot. It is, the display is so fantastic. You see what is rising, what is declining in one clear shot. You can also monitor competitors, right? You want to be unique, you want to stand out, you want to be able to be different from your competitors, and you also want to know what they are doing. So you're able to tweak. Google Trend can help you get that done. You also want to identify steady keywords for search engine optimization. What are those steady keywords that people really use? So you pick those words, and those words can now influence your search engine optimization strategy, right? Google Trend helps you to find that. Then you can also find topics by region, from Kenya, Eastern Kenya, Northern Kenya, is it South Africa? What part are you really in? Or is it in Nigeria, Northern Nigeria, Western Nigeria, Eastern Nigeria? What really you want to know? The topics people are really interested in. You can target customers at a local, regional, or even global scale. Fantastic, right? Yes. So you don't really want to miss the positive power of Google Trends. So Google Trend is very handy as a business person to gain the right insight, especially on search. And most times when people go to search for anything on Google, it means they are considering that product or they are considering any service generally before they go search for anything on Google search. So Google Trend harness those data and provide it, give you those data at your fingertip, right? So that is a powerful tool as a business owner that you've got to use to understand how your customer journey is. Then we have Google Analytics. For those that have websites and those that really wants to have a website for their retail business stores, you've got to ensure that you have Google Analytics. Either if you are working alone or if you are building your website yourself, ensure Google Analytics is installed. Or if you are hiring someone to get that done for you, ensure Google Analytics is added to the platform. Because with Google Analytics, you can get complete information. You can understand your sites and map users to better check the performance of your marketing, content, products, and more. You can get insight only Google can give, right? Insight like access to Google's unique insight and machine learning capability to make the most of your data, right? You can't really beat that. Okay, so Google Analytics is a fantastic tool for you to have on your website. You can also connect your insight to result. It is not enough to have insight. Analytics works with Google advertising and publisher product. So you can use your insight to deliver business results. Okay, so Google Trend is the way to go. Now we're going to take a deeper look, of course, at the different features and ways we can use analytics in the next few slides. But however, now, let me pause here to answer any question that you may have. So don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, if you have any question, please head on to the live chat session and drop those questions. All right, so if you have any question, please do well to head on to the live chat session to drop those questions. Abigail Refu, yeah, thanks for being on this session. Abigail, okay, thanks for this knowledge exposure. My question is on user experience. Can you spotlight how use that, please? Okay, great. Thank you, Abigail, for that question. Osbert, what tools can we use to bring data from these different platforms so we can analyze it together? Okay, so let me head on with Osbert first. Okay, so Osbert, for now, I can't really say one tool that can help you harness these platforms together, but I can say that you can really look at those tools individually to see how you can read meanings to them, because most of them are individualistic. So you want to look at what impact your social media platform having in your sales journey, what impact is your Google Analytics on your website having your sales journey, what impact is Google My Business really having your sales journey, and all of that, right? But trust me, we'll research on that and see how, if there is a tool that can help and harness all of that together, that would be fantastic, really. So Abigail, user experience is fantastic and very important in your customer journey. Remember, as I've said earlier on, it's about the customer, it's not about you. It's about the experience that the customer have when they come in contact with your product or service offering or your content or your customer service or the way you deal with them and all of that. So really, you want to ensure that if you are building a website, your website is able to, people can navigate through your website, even if they are novice. They don't have to be a tech, savvy people to be able to navigate through your website, right? So you want to ensure that that is tight. If it is your social media platform, you want to ensure that you put up clear-cut content that people can understand to take action from. You want to ensure that they have the experience that you care at the end of their journey online, right? Always focus on your customer. It is not about you, trust me. Now, when you're able to meet your customers' needs, they have the right testimonials and the experience, and they will keep coming back. And on the long run, they will become your brand ambassador. Always focus on your customer. Always focus on your customer. It is about your consumer. Retail businesses, it is always about your consumer, right? So always focus on that. Great. Thank you, Vika. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Henshaw. Good to have you here. Keep the question coming. It's great to have you here, and I hope you are having a nice time in this session, and I hope you are gaining valuable skills that can help you harness the power of data and analytics, right? So great. Let's head on to understand and analyze your data. This is the last phase of the presentation for today. Understand and analyze your data. Now that you have the data, how do you understand it? Data has no meaning if you can't really analyze, understand, and take action for it. So, for instance, let me ask you a question. You know the number of customers that you have. You know the gender, the age range. So what? You want to ask yourself, so what? Does that mean I really need to focus on more people with that particular age range? Does that mean I need to focus on more people in that, with the gender of what I've seen from analytics? Always ask the question, so what? Right? What does it really mean? I have the data, fantastic. How can I maximize the positive power of the data that I've gotten? How can I analyze it to make meaning and influence my online strategy generally. Okay, so great. Now, Google Analytics dashboard. Google Analytics dashboard, you'll be able to see the geographic location people are visiting you from. You'll be able to see popularity over time. You'll be able to see active users, visits, and how you acquire those users. Now, these are the things you will see when you have Google Analytics on your dashboard, when you have a website. Geographic location. Who are my customers? Where are they coming from? Popularity over time. Have I been gaining popular? Have I been popular over a period of time? Who are the active users? What are the number of visits that I have? And then how you can acquire users also over time are the great things you want to consider when you use Google Analytics. Then, how to set up a Google Analytics account. Now, you want to go to google.com/analytics, right? Name your account. This is very important if you have multiple accounts, right? Then choose the industry category to help you when you benchmark against others who have tagged the same industry, right? So you've got to choose your analytics, such as you've got to choose your category, such as is it consumer electronics, or do you sell perfumes, or do you sell clothing? What exactly do you sell? Choose your category. Now, it is, so first go to analytics.google.com, choose a name for your account, then choose an industry category, right? Now, where to find the tracking code? To track your site performance, you will need to add the correct tracking code to its pages, okay? So ensure you go to the platform and you add the tracking code to all the pages. Now, where to find the tracking code? When using a website builder or blog, there are, of course, simple ways that you can add tracking code or ID to your website, okay? So they are very, very easy to use. Now, all of Google Analytics reports are grouped into 4 main areas to help us answer those questions that we mentioned earlier on. You will see this area on the navigation menu on the left side of your home screen of Google Analytics, right? The first is, who are my users? Which is the audience? Remember, spoke about target audience earlier on. The RIN methodology, RIN, right? How did they find me? Which is acquisition, right? Acquisition. Then what do they do when on my site? Their behavior generally on your website. And then finally, have they really completed the goals I want to track? What exactly is the conversion that you want? Do you want them to sign up? Do you want them to purchase? Do you want them to buy any other thing? You really need to put this into consideration. Now, of course, for conversion to work, goals have to be set up to track specific actions, okay? And your goals have to be SMART. SMART means there has to be specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-bound, okay? Once you have mastered the basics, this is really what really doing, okay? Google will then use that data and show you a series of reports based on your website. Now, data in Google Analytics. The what dimension, which is a channel. There are 2 types of data in Google Analytics. The what dimension, which is the channel, and then the numbered metrics, which is new users and recurring users or sessions, okay? So you want to look at the what and the numbers. Now, remember the RIN method we spoke about earlier on? RIN concept and tips to help you when gaining insight. Reach. How are people finding you online? Right? Identify which search terms are driving the organic traffic on your site. What search term are people using to drive this traffic to your site? Look to improve links from your social media platform. You want to see how you can improve those links from your social media platform down to your website. Then you want to develop relationships with referral website to drive more traffic to your site. So there are a lot of referral websites that you want to develop relationship with to, advertise your link or your website URL or your product service offering, so people can really use that platform to head on to your website. Now, reach, that's for reach. Then engage. What are people engaging with when they find you online? What really are they engaging with? When they find you online, what really on your platform excites them? So you want to learn which pages are not getting any views. You want to discover what is really engaging to your visitors. And then, for example, you could discover that you lose a lot of people at the payment page. Now, this page might need to be simplified. So you want to reduce the fields. You don't want people to fill 3 pages of field just because they want to buy your product or pay. No, you want to simplify it. You want to reduce the fields. So when you understand how people engage, you can now tweak how your platform works to give them a good user experience. Abigail, remember your question? Yeah, you want to look at that from this perspective. Then activate. What channel is really driving the most bookings? You want to know, is it Facebook channel? Is it YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter? Is it Google My Business? Is it search engine platform? What channel is driving the most bookings? Okay, you want to identify which referring sites drive conversion. For referring sites bringing good quality traffic, you can develop good partnership with them and keep it going. Then you want to nurture. Are your customers happy to leave a review? Now, if you have it in mind that you want to nurture your customers, then you will ensure that you give them a good experience when they come to your platform. Your tone of voice, the way you respond to them, the way you respond to their queries, the way you respond to their complaints and all of that. You can get genuine feedback from people we know have bought our product, right? So you can also respond to all reviews, either good or bad. Ensure you respond to all reviews. Don't say because it's a bad review you want to delete it off or you just want to ignore it. Do not ignore any review, both good and bad. Respond to them publicly. That will help build customers' confidence in you. If you have ever been to a platform where every review you find on the platform are all positive, something will tell you there's something wrong here. Are they really perfect? You want to see how they made mistakes and they were able to respond to those mistakes. So as a retail business owner, you make mistakes sometimes along the line. People have complained, good. Respond to them, resolve those complaints, and ask them if they can please go back to the platform and leave a positive review afterwards or share their experience if they are satisfied with how they are responded to. Now, you want to try different ways to encourage purchasers to leave a review that works best really for you, okay? You want to either ask them, give them a discount, or whatever it is you've got to do to ensure that they leave a review for you. The point here is you want to nurture. So first, the ring concept: reach, engage, activate, and nurture. Google Trend is a fantastic tool to use to harness data and insight. Explore what the world is searching for by entering a particular keyword or a topic in the explore bar of your Google Trend. You will see stories curated by News Lab at Google that provide additional insight found in the data. Of course, you want to note that this section is only available in some countries, okay? It also helps you to see daily search trends. It also helps you to see year-in search data. It also helps you to find audience materials about News Lab and trends, right? Now, the trending searches page shows trending searches around the world, okay? You can click on a story to get more context, like the most relevant articles or trending questions. Now, you want to look at daily search trends that helps you to highlight that daily search will help you to highlight searches that jump significantly in traffic among searches over the past 24 hours, and also updates hourly. You can also use daily search trend to see what people are most interested in at any given time, and also how the searches rank compared to one another. It can also help you real-time search trends can also help you to highlight searches that jump significantly in traffic among all recent searches. Now, the algorithm for real-time search trends groups together that are trending at the same time on Google News and search and rank stories based on the relevant or relative spike in volume and the absolute volume of searches. Okay, so Google Trend gives you seasonal trends along your business to stay relevant and competitive. Of course, throughout the year, your business will experience peaks and dips that will impact your revenue. So you want to really know what people are really searching for and all of that. It helps to create content, you create content about current trend, adjust to demand, right? So Google Trend will help you to put out the right product or the right content out there. You want to use Google Trend also for keyword research. Google Trend shows what searches and keywords are really trending online. So you want to use the related queries section to know exactly what is trending online. Use Trend to identify other potential keywords, tag, right? Name your product categories according to popular keywords. You want to use Google Trend to optimize your post according to trending keywords generally online. So guys, I want to pause here again to respond to any other question that you may have during the course of this session. Please do well to post in your question. If you have any question, please bring it on. All right, so if you have any question, do well to bring it on, post it on the live group, live chat session, and we'll be here to respond to them. Thank you, Olusegun Ayodele, for joining in. Thank you so much, guys. It's been an awesome moment here. If you have any question, please do well to drop your question on the live chat session, okay? Now, great, good. It's been an awesome time here with you all. So what really are your next steps? I really want to head on to live chat session and tell me, now that you've known how to use analytics and insight to help grow your business, what exactly do you want to do next? What are your next steps? What do you really want to do next? What will you change? What will be different? Okay? What will you change in your digital marketing journey? And then what will be the first thing that you will implement after this session today? Please head on to live chat session and please tell us what really you've been able to learn and what you'll be doing differently. Retail businesses are very important to the whole value chain, and that's why Google is taking out time to empower you with the skills that is required to put yourself out there, to be found, to be engaging, to be relevant, and to be accountable. So you are able to scale your business beyond your local region, okay? So this is one of the trainings that you'll be having. We had one last week. We'll be having, we have today again, and we'll be having a series of training to see how we can empower you with the right tools and knowledge to be able to maximize your opportunity in the digital world. So you rise above the challenges that COVID, have put forward. We've been having after post-COVID and all of that. Digitization can really, really help you to rise above that. Now, please head on to live chat session and let us know what really you want to change generally after this training today. Now, one of the things I really want you to do is to learn more. You want to head on to the Google Digital Skills platform to learn more, right? learningdigital.withgoogle.com/digital skills/courses. Google has put up together series of topics and certification courses that you can learn. Learning precedes earning. When you learn, the power to earn becomes more. So learn, head on to the Google Digital Skills platform and learn for free. It is absolutely free. You want to begin from the fundamentals of digital marketing on the platform. You'll be certified after the course, and beyond the certification, you've gotten the knowledge, problem-solving skills that you are able to now apply to your business to be able to harness the power of digitization to achieve speed, scale, and scope. So my colleague Letty will be putting up the link online. Please head on to learndigital.withgoogle.com/digital skills/courses to get started. Okay? Learn so you're able to have the right knowledge to be able to maximize and harness the power of digitization. Now, we'll be having a series of training for retail businesses because for us, we want to empower you with the right skills and tools to maximize the power of digitization. So you want to get updates of the next training, of the next webinar and all, please, you can find us and follow us on social media platform, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And also my colleague will be putting up those links online. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram so you get to know when the next training session is, so you are able to follow up and keep learning. Okay. So finally, I want to really thank you for joining, and don't forget, learning precedes earning. Keep learning, keep empowering yourself with the right knowledge and tools that you need to maximize the opportunities in digital world. And of course, Google Digital Skills is here to help you grow your business, expand, and be able to leverage digitization to maximize profit. Keep learning and keep earning because it is possible. Thank you so much for joining us today. Do have a great, 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 great day. And thumbs up. Thank you so much. Bye for now.